What is up, guys? EvilDuosArm here today, and today I have for you a video where we're going to be looking at the new system updates coming in the Fire and Blood update on March 21st for the NA and EU servers. This update is a great update. There's so many things changing, so many quality of life improvements, and it's really just a great update in general, I must say. This goes for both free-to-play and pay-to-pay players. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on the high notes of the patch, the big stuff that you want to look out for, and also include the link to the text full description that NCSoft released in the description, so you can go ahead and read everything that's coming out in it on your own. But anyway, let's get started, and we're going to talk about dungeon changes first. So dungeons are removing 3 dungeons from hard mode. So the 3 dungeons being removed from hard mode are going to be Desolate Tomb, Ebondrake Citadel, and Naryu Foundry. So if we open up the play infographic by hitting P on the keyboard here, really simple. Desolate Tomb, Naryu Foundry, Ebondrake Citadel. These 3 is hard modes. They're hard mode versions. Where's the Ebondrake Citadel and Naryu Foundry? There it is. Those 3 hard modes are being removed from the game. Their loot tables are being merged down into the normal mode, so you don't have to worry about not being able to pick up some of the hard mode stuff from them. Like if you see Desolate Tomb hard mode rewards, Oblivion costume, all that will still be obtainable from the dungeon. With that being said, it will also decrease their drop rates of those, so you are going to have to farm a bit more to pick those up. If you do still want to run the hard mode, they're keeping the hard mode in the non-cross server, so if walk-ins, so if you want to get a party together in the thing and run the hard mode, it won't matter because there's no difference between hard mode and normal mode. You're not going to get any additional rewards or anything by completing it, so there's no point in completing hard modes of these dungeons after that date unless you're just looking for a challenge or a board or some reason like that. With that being said, they're also increasing the rewards for all of the remaining hard mode dungeons. So from Naryu Sanctum and above, Naryu Sanctum, Iron-Tech Forge, Ebondrake Lair, Starstone Mines, Hollow's Heart, Drowning Deeps. So all those hard dungeons that are left, those ones that I just showed right there, they're adding a new item, a Forgotten Raven King Soul Shield chest. So it'll drop from these dungeons whenever you complete them, and it's going to contain a random piece of the Raven King Soul Shield set, which is actually pretty cool. I'm assuming it'll be catered for whoever's class bids on it. It will contain the soul shield for your class. It would be kind of stupid if it didn't. But anyway, yeah, so that's a drop that's going to be coming from those that you'll get for completing hard mode. So that makes it so you don't need to run Raven King as much to get your soul shield pieces. And then in addition to that, they're also going to add in this new item called a rough new ring and a rough hewn earring and a rough hewn ring. Oh my gosh, that's a tough one to pronounce. So those are dropping from Iron-Tech Forge, Ebondrake Lair is the earring, and Starstone Mines and Hollow's Heart is the ring. So those 2 dungeons hard modes, if you complete those on hard mode, you're going to get the chance at the rough hewn earring or ring. It is a tradable item, so you're going to be able to sell that on the marketplace, is what it says here. In addition to that, there's a new item called an Elemental Prism that you can buy from the Shadowless Exchange Merchant Wee Ido at Kanda Vihar. So the same lady you buy the Soul Shield pieces from over at Kanda Vihar, which Kanda Vihar is over here. It's where you go ahead and normally do Skybreak Spire. This lady right here, it's one of these 2. There she is, that one. Anyway, so that item you'll be able to purchase from her for 600 Helion cores and 30 Blackstone. So that is a lot of materials, but it's actually pretty cool what you can get from it. You exchange that for whichever element that you want. So say you want a fire accessory, you'd get the fire elemental prism. You then combine the fire elemental prism with the rough hew ring or earring, so the new item that's dropping from the hard modes of those dungeons, and it will give you your desired Skybreak Spire accessory. So your desired Skybreak Spire accessory. So if you wanted a shadow ring, you'd exchange it for the shadow rough hew ring with the shadow prism. I know this is getting long-winded, but basically it's an alternate way to get your Skybreak Spire accessories, which is pretty cool. They're also giving you the soul shield pieces, and since you can buy your materials off of the marketplace, or just your upgrade material in general off the marketplace, all you need to do now, you have no reason to run Skybreak Spire unless you want the costume. You don't need to find parties for that. You don't need to do that. If you are geared enough, or if you're competent enough to learn the hard mode mechanics of a dungeon, you can go ahead and get your legendary Skybreak Spire accessories without actually needing to run Skybreak Spire. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard to run hard mode Hollow's Heart without your Skybreak Spire accessories, but hey, there's an alternate path to go ahead and get these. In addition, since all that stuff is tradable, so the rough hew ring is going to be a tradable item, the Helion cores you can send between your characters. If you are trying to gear it all and can't get it into a Skybreak Spire raid, this will be an alternate path or an alternate route to go ahead and pick up the Skybreak Spire accessories for that character, which is pretty cool. So one more thing about dungeons while we're on it. All dungeons from Sogin's Lament and above. So Sogin's Lament is getting 2 Dragon Bloods, and then every dungeon above that. So Aberdrake Citadel, Desolate Tomb, Gnarly Foundry, all the way up through Drowning Deeps. Every single dungeon is getting Dragon Bloods added into it. You'll be able to get 1 Dragon Blood for each of these dungeons in normal mode. In hard mode, you'll be able to use the Golden Dragon Bloods, and the Golden Dragon Blood is the item that you purchase off of the F10 menu. If we went ahead and looked it up, I believe if I just type in Golden, and it'll be right there. Yep, there's your Hongmoon Golden Revitalizer. So for 40 N coin, you can go ahead and get an extra life in the hard mode versions of those dungeons. Really, I don't know that it's worth it or not, but hey, if you want it, you can get it like that. So yeah, Dragon Bloods are being added to all the dungeons, and that is it. Those are your changes on dungeons. So like I said, a lot of quality of life improvements, a lot of help for newer players, a lot of help for older players. It's definitely a great update for the dungeons there. So, okay, we're done with dungeons. Dungeons are done. Next thing we want to get into is going to be the changes to the Hongmoon skill system, the PvP currency system, and general skill balance updates. So if we hop over into one of these merchants over here, these Dragon Trade PvP merchants over here, you're going to see, or you're going to find out rather, that the training certificate, the Pugless token, and the other item over here, where is it? Whatever she sells, Whirlwind token. Those items are going to be going bye-bye. They're getting rid of them and replacing them with Bravery coins. So you'll be able to exchange them for an equivalent number of Bravery coins as they trade out. The reason for that is that they are saying that it will help to make the PvP way of obtaining your Hongmoon skills more accessible, which will be pretty cool for newer players, I guess. Basically, what they're doing is they're going to reduce the cost of these things by about 50%, the number of Zen beans that you need to obtain for them, which will make it a little bit easier for just about everybody to go ahead and pick up their Hongmoon skills if they don't have them at this point. So a nice little quality of life update for obtaining Hongmoon skills. So once again, the Pugless token, training certificate, and Whirlwind token will be replaced with Bravery coins only, and then Bravery coins will be what you use to purchase your Hongmoon skill items over here. So nice little quality of life improvement. So those are your changes to Hongmoon skills. Now if we go ahead and look at Hongmoon skill points, they're also adding 2 or 3 new little tiers that you can subdivide into on this sucker. So those subdivision options are going to be Threat, Health Regen, Movement Speed, Focus, and Defense. So those Focus and Defense are PvP oriented. And then of course you have your PvE ones of Threat, Health Regen, and Movement Speed. So you'll be able to increase those stats by putting 10 points into each of them, 10 Hongmoon points into each. So you can assign and remove them at any time, just like with these Hongmoon points. Really simple, same exact system. You're just going to have more stuff to break into to specialize your character. Basically, if you're a tank, you're going to want to take Threat and Health Regen to make your life a little bit easier. Movement Speed for people like Buff Transport. You know, it just gives you a little more variety in your build. So just a slightly little different system being changed there. One more thing that you're going to be able to do is in the Martial Tome, so that is K on your menu here. So if you just hit K to bring the sucker up, you're going to be able to enable and disable specific skills just by clicking a little box on it or some sort of mechanism. So this is actually really interesting. It adds a nice little bit of variety, or not really variety, but help in customizing yourself to make sure that, for example, if you're a destroyer and you were trying to do PvP, and you wanted to grab them, but instead you did Gale Force, and that gave them the half a second they needed up to get up and swing or escape and beat you because you hit the wrong F at the wrong time. It'll be a great way to block skills. Not that you're going to want to block Gale Force, but still, it'll be a great way or a great mechanism to help you make sure that the right skill is going off when you press the button. It'll keep you from hitting different context-sensitive skills. All right, there we go. So that is it. Those are the changes to skills and all sorts of things going on with that. All right, and the last thing that we're going to talk about here today are changes to items. So in the Dragon Express, if you go to the Dragon Express and you go to these legendary elements and jewels, they are changing the exchange currency rate of these from 30 and 15 soulstones and sacred crystals respectively to 15 and 7. So basically halving the cost of legendary elements and jewels. Great quality of life improvement for everybody that plays this game. It basically knocks it back down in line with the 20 gold cost. Kind of sucks that I just spent about 400 gold on these, but hey, oh well, life happens. Anyway though, yeah, it's a nice little quality of life improvement that's coming. So if you are waiting to upgrade your weapons, definitely wait to upgrade your weapons for this event here, until March 21st when they reduce these costs on both of these. So we've got the legendary element reduction, which is nice. They didn't say anything about this path, so that's interesting. But anyway, and the last thing I want to talk about as far as general gameplay goes in this video is going to be the achievements menu skill bonus attributes. So they're going to be adding more bonus attributes that you can go ahead and pick up for playing the game. So if you didn't know what these were before, you definitely should be. But in your U menu, if you hit U and you go to bonus attributes, you can actually spec different bonus stats onto your character by completing different challenges and different accomplishments in dungeons. So they haven't had any new accomplishment points added for a while, so this is going to be pretty cool. We'll see what they give. It might be a higher attack power or something for clearing a dungeon X number of times. But anyway, so yeah, there's another thing to look out for. We'll see what they are. So if you have been running your dungeons and wanted to get some bonus stats here, this will be a nice little reward for you. So that is that. The next thing we're going to talk about, and the final thing we're going to talk about in this video, is going to be Trove. So Trove is coming on March 21st as well. We're going to include that in the description below as well, so you can go ahead and see the rewards and loots and drop tables. Actually, you know what? How about I just split the camera to my display capture and just pull that up instead and make life so much easier for everybody. So we got the new Trove coming out as well. So in the Trove, you got pretty much the same system as always. Buy your keys, buy your expansions. With your expansions, you'll be able to get a guaranteed crit after a while. Nice thing that's changing is that you'll be able to do 5 at a time, so you don't have to keep clicking through. As nice as that could be, and basically that is your only real changes here. You can do 5 at a time. You get your guaranteed crit after 40 points. You get 5 to 15 points if you do 5. You get 1 to 3 points if you do 1 at a time. So anywhere from like 15 to, what would that be? Oh, right, 40. Can't even do math. But yeah, so nice little, not really changes, just makes it a little bit quicker or easier. Once again, you'll be able to select your 5 in your line. Nothing too crazy going on with that. Same discounts as always. You know, you got a 20% discount if you buy all 6 expansions, 10% if you buy all 100 keys. Basically, same exact thing. Alright, so then as far as rewards go, we got some cosmetics. We got this little bathrobe costume set if you wanted to go and wear a bathrobe for your days. You got a unicorn pet, you got a dog pet I think I saw in there somewhere. As far as materials go, they're right here on the screen as well. I'll leave it there so you can pause the video or whatever you want to do. Nothing really too crazy in there. I mean, same stuff that you normally get inside of these sorts of troves. Nothing that's really standing out. Now, as far as upgrades go, there are a few things that are standing out here. We do have our triangular citrons, gildeds, whatever, gilded gems. We do have our hexagonal and pentagonal obsidian gems, but we do not have the heptagonal anymore, as was pointed out. To me, that is because you're going to be able to get the heptagonal from the new dungeon that's coming out on March 21st as well. So we're not going to let you get it from both. You're going to have to earn it in the dungeon if you wanted to get it. Anyway, oh, and then one more thing, they're also adding the ability to transmute hexagonal, heptagonal, or no, octagonal, that's the word, octagonal obsidian gems. But anyway, guys, yeah, those are the upgrades and changes that we could see coming on March 21st. I'm pretty sure my webcam wasn't covering any of them, so yeah, just go ahead and pause the video or go ahead and click on the link. I'm going to put that in the description below, so you can go ahead and just click on it and save yourself a lot of time. And yeah, guys, that is the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you're excited as I am for this update. A lot of great stuff coming out. And if you are a Trove player, then you know you got another Trove coming here in 7 days. So be excited for that one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to check out some of the other stuff on the channel. Got a lot of great content. I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.